Welcome back to Autoimmune Prosperous Growth Trends, where we discuss how to prosper despite being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. Listen, are you exhausted or even struggling with your autoimmune disease? Well, you're in the right place because today we are going to talk about autoimmune burnout. And I want you to know on the front end that you are not alone. I'm here to let you know today that autoimmune burnout is real. The emotional toll it can take on your daily lives. It's really a struggle that many of us know all too well if you're dealing with an autoimmune disease. And I tell you that whether you are personally living with an autoimmune disease or you're a loved one who's trying to support someone who is, the impact is undeniable. So, for example, those photos I showed you earlier at the beginning of this video, the doctors are really just, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, passing the buck on who's even responsible for trying to figure out what's going on with my body. These rashes, they just came on all of a sudden, and my rheumatologist looked at it and stated that it wasn't not a part of my autoimmune disease, and to go see my general practitioner. So I went to see my general practitioner, and she said that since my rheumatologist, y'all, it gets better, has started the ball rolling, that she was going to work through her. And so they didn't do anything. I also see a specialist at Ohio State University dealing with myositis, my autoimmune disease. And I physically went to go see her, and she said if I couldn't get into a dermatologist, my normal one, in a week, well, I don't have a dermatologist, but if I couldn't get one from my other rheumatologist, to let her know. But at least she did conduct a visual check for cancer, and she 90% ruled that out. So, you know what I did? I just said, you know what? There's a lot of back and forth going on. I went to my local urgent care, at least to get some relief, because this rash it is different, and it itches really, really bad. So they eliminated shingles at that visit, and I wanted to make sure I didn't have that because I'm going to see my grandson. There hasn't been a dermatologist that has contacted me to date. So you can see how that's just one example of how easy it is to get burned out. And sometimes you even feel like your body's betraying you. And I feel like I'm young and vibrant still. But also, I'm doing this video today because it can be isolating and a lonely experience. And I wanted to let you know you're not the only one going through this. I'm currently interviewing, and I have actually spoken to so many people who have shared their autoimmune stories. And I am really excited about this because starting in 2025, I am going to bring a new segment to our videos entitled Real People, Real Stories. In the last couple of months, I've been interviewing so many people with autoimmune diseases, and just to see them be authentic, share their autoimmune stories, share their struggles, share their triumphs, and just really let you know you are not alone. You're not alone. It's so important to also join an organization related to your respective autoimmune disease. In my case, I joined the Myositis Association, and I started to connect with others who have the same disease to share my story. And most importantly, I just really wanted to seek out answers and also it just feels good to be around other people who really get it. It's also, and this is hard for me, about listening to my own body and prioritizing my own needs. And if you knew me personally, you would know how hard this is for me to do. But I'm still in the learning stages, and I'm doing it, and it feels good. It's probably a little easier now because the children are here. The community of just supporting each other is so important. Also, I really want to remind you, you are not alone. You are not alone. There are people out there who care. They really care. They understand. They want to help you. And if you follow me, I hope you feel like you're part of this community, whether you have an autoimmune disease or not. A community, if you're here, it's a community of resilience, of people who are determined to thrive. There's no new doom and gloom around here. Despite being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, you hear me say that all the time. We want to prosper no matter where we are in our disease progression. And if you're still watching, I want to just thank you for being a part of this journey. I really, really value you watching these videos. And if you're struggling with an autoimmune disease and you feel like you're in that burnout stage, continue following me and let me know the type of content that will help. And as always, everyone, love life and all things beautiful.